My name is Mark Earlix, and today is 1/24, January 24th of 23. This is the Healing Circle, and I'm thrilled to death to have you all here. I see people by appointments, either in Colorado, if you're around here, or in Arizona, or on Zoom, or FaceTime, or Messenger, whatever is your preference. And everything's available to find out that information on the website, markearlix.com. And I do travel once a month to the Phoenix area to do a healing circle and appointments, and once in a while a workshop there. And I used to travel at least once or twice a month all around the United States teaching this stuff and working with people. But since COVID, everyone knows the story. And other than that, so if anyone wants an appointment, let me know. Go to the website as soon as you sign up for it. There'll be a communication between you and I. You can call me, and we'll set a time and place for your, preference of when you would like it. And I'm doing an extensive amount of writing. I've been contracted to write 2 books by a publisher, and one is on healing. It's on healing and spirituality and intuition. It's an apprentice program book, and then they're going to have me do an audio book of that. It's a lot more extensive than my previous books, and it's going to be called the same darn thing as the other book, Awaken the Healer Within, but it's going to have it's going to be a newer edition with a huge amount of change in it, at least 30 to 40% change in it. So I highly recommend it when it does come out someday. And it goes very deep into causes and effects and all kinds of things, and applications, and how to utilize healing, not only for yourself, but for others as well. So please, it gets a little esoteric at times, but it's good. It's in depth, and that's what I've wanted to do, and I don't know how I'm going to top it next time. And the second book is on anxiety, worry, and fear, and that won't be coming out until many months later. So I'm thrilled about that. And the publisher liked it so much, they put me ahead of all these other people that would take maybe 2 to 3 years to have a book come out. So I'm just thrilled, totally thrilled about that. All right, I see Lynn, but I don't see her on my participants. Where's Lynn? How come I don't see you on my participants? And I wonder if there's others as well at times. How come?
I was able to get in.
Oh, there you are. There you are. I see you. I see you. All right.
Yeah, sorry, my internet is not working that well.
No problem. No problem. All right. And other than that, I've been doing this for many, many years, about maybe 48 years. And I worked with and taught 25 to 35,000 people over the many years. And I always give that number because I haven't increased it, because it may be a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. I don't know. And no way to tell. But in any case, I work with light. Light is my gift, my goal, and my tool. This is all that I know to do in my life. And any questions I can try to answer before we start here. And what I'll do is work with one person at a time, and it'll be on something in your body that's bugging you physically. With the emotional stuff, what I'll do is I'll have a private appointment with you and work with the physical in the private appointment. And on here, though, I just real briefly work with something that's bugging you in your body, maybe an arm or a neck or a toe or whatever you want. And I know nothing medically. At one time I was married to a neurologist, and everything I learned medically with terminology and understanding stuff, she was giving consults over the telephone and I would only hear one half the conversation. So that's what I know medically, nothing, basically. And I don't even know where the organs are. So I do know where the arms are and the toes are, though. So any questions, anything I can try to answer or anything, please. Carly, anything, hon?
No, I mean, I'm really just taking it in, and I'm still learning. So no, everything you say is wonderful, and I'm excited about your book.
Yeah, me too.
I bet you are.
I can't wait to read it.
Yeah.
After I've written books and stuff, I've never read them, reread them, ever.
Really?
And I don't read anything really, unfortunately. I'm not promoting that, but I had teachers that would always tell me, throw away your books, get them out, learn from inside if you want to know something. And I say, okay, boss. So everything that I write comes from inside, and it's new to me, it's news to me, and it's exciting. And I just trust that it's telling the truth, and it turns out to be, a spiritual truth in that respect.
Yes, that makes sense. Wonderful.
Yeah. And as far as, what happens during this, you may experience, me working with you while I'm working with each person, or you may not experience something. The ones that do need to, the ones that don't need to. And there's no right or wrong, good or bad in the mind of what I refer to as God. And you may experience something most immediately, or you may experience something, before you go to sleep, or waking up the next morning. You may know that something has changed in your body. And if so, God bless you. And most people tell me that something has changed in their life, and that's all that really matters. Or maybe 2 weeks or 2 months later, walking down the street saying, oh my God, when did this leave me? I've had it for 50 years or 20 years or 10 years or whatever. And so those are the kind of interactions that happen within yourself. And anyone have any questions? Nancy, you got any question or anything?
Well, as you're talking, I'm thinking, would we say that these are energetic shifts that are happening?
That's a result of something changing. That's an effect. And we need those, whether they're cognizant or not, it doesn't matter. But we do need them, whether they're cognizant or not. And people, there is a change that happens physiologically, biologically, neurologically, skeletal, emotional, and mental perception as well, as subtle or as dramatic as it may be. And I don't know, I never go for those shifts. I just go for perceiving a perfection in a person. And that's my prayer in my life when I'm working with a person, whether they're conscious of it or not, it doesn't matter. Does not matter. And whether they're in front of me or on online like this and Zoom, or whether they're on the other side of the world, or whether they don't even know if I'm praying for them or not. It doesn't matter. And there's sometimes, I hope that answers your question to some degree.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
All right. And there's sometimes I might see something, if I should. I don't tout myself as a seer or a fortune teller or anything else. I'm a healer. And I do see, though, at times. When I do, it's not up to me. Sometimes I'll say, okay, show me, God, show me. And it'll show me something, a causal moment, or it'll show me what's really the situation of a dynamic that you're going through. And other times it'll say, none of your business, just keep working. And fine with me, boss, you're bigger than me. And so I never know, I pretty much leave it to the old man or old woman upstairs, as I call it, or it, call it he or she or whatever you want. It doesn't matter. He doesn't care. She doesn't care. So, and gender neutral or whatever, I don't care. But and all the other names. Good questions. Good questions.
Mhm.
I like gabbing. Anything else from anyone else that'd like to ask anything, please? Any questions, Patty? Nothing, hon? All right. And
I have a question for you. I'm
sure.
curious, do you ever find that you have clients that you're not a good fit for, and you know that inside, you feel that truth that this person is not really meant for you to help?
Good question. Oftentimes, most clients that aren't a fit with me, they'll know, and they won't get an appointment with me or come to see me in any form. And when I'm in front of them, there's been 2 or 3 that I'm cognizant, that I'm aware of, that I've told as soon as I saw them at the front door, I said, leave. And I wouldn't work with, I'm not going to work with you. And one of them had a fit, the other 2 didn't care. And I just saw that it was not a right fit.
Hmm.
Not to say that they're bad or wrong or anything else. It has nothing to do with that. It just was not a fit. One person in particular, I was in Chicago living there, and many years ago, and this woman had an appointment with me. She came to the door, and she had a disease called neurological disease called corticalis. And that's where, the neck is like this, and, the muscles are all distorted in there, and they had no movement. And I saw the disease, and I said, goodbye, I can't. And she started arguing with me. And I said, I'm sorry, I can't, work with you. I knew that it's a form of arthritis, and being a neurological disease as that was, but there was a disease behind that, arthritis. But it was a stubborn disease, and I saw what was coming in the potential conversations and suggestions that I was going to be sharing with her during the appointment. I saw that ahead of time, and I didn't want to go there. And there was someone the other day of a similar nature, but I continued to work with them. And this particular person had their mind made up ahead of time, and they wanted to see results. That's what it was. They wanted to see results and measure them from the moment I worked with them. They were on a scale 1 to 5 with their pain level and stuff like that. And every moment, they wouldn't stop telling. I didn't ask them for this, but they wouldn't stop telling me, no, it's number 4 now. No, it's number 3 now. No, it's back to 5. And even in other conversations, they kept going back there. And I saw that their mind was at that place of they wanted everything in measurement for proof. And that's not allowing the divinity, free realm within us, and to help us to express ourselves and to be open and to receive. And so by the end of the conversation, though, by the end of the appointment, I should say, and working with her, there was a definite change because I took her mind off of it.
Mhm.
I had her dwell on other things. So that was on the verge of the stubborn disease,
Yes, that makes sense. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. But you'll see whoever works with healing and whatever you do and modalities and stuff like that, you'll see that the ones that come to you are attracted to you for what you have to offer.
Right. That makes sense.
And as long as you're not pursuing, at one point in my life, when I first started all this stuff, it was a great excitement and mystery to me. And I was just so glad, egotistically and gift-wise, to be able to offer this stuff to people. So I would just approach people on the street, knowing that they had a headache, or they had a sore throat, or they had a stomach ache, or injury in the body, and I would say, "Hey, I can help you," and I throw my hands on them without them giving permission and stuff. And those were wild days back then. Young or old or whatever, tall or short, heavy or light people, whatever. Didn't matter to me. I didn't care. I was having a blast.
Yeah.
So, but I've learned that it works more effectively when I can contribute it to a source. And I call my source God, or the creator, or the nameless one, or universal self, or whatever you want. Doesn't matter.
Yes.
And so, in any case, I'm going to switch on here my heat. All right. Because I'm freezing. All right. And we're supposed to get, not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday, we're supposed to get it's going to be -10, not including the wind chill. And so who knows what that's going to be.
Cold.
Oh my God. But I'm going to Phoenix the following Friday. It's going to be 60 and everyone there is going to be freezing, but I'm going to be basking in it. All right.
Boulder is colder.
Boulder is colder, yes. And for the first time that I've been here for 5 years, and according to other people, the snow has been on the ground for 3 weeks now. It hasn't melted 2 days later. And so it's colder. I'm jealous, Patty. Patty's in Florida. So, all right. Well, David, my friend. All right. Tell me one thing in your body you would like me to work with, please.
Right shoulder.
Your right shoulder?
Yes.
Okay. What I want you to do is relax, no fidgeting, and just enjoy. Try to relax the shoulder a little bit more. There you go. All right, move your shoulder around a little bit. Tell me if you notice any difference. I don't know if you were in discomfort before or what. And be candid, please.
The big test will come tomorrow and thereafter when I do my Pilates yoga class.
You know, I work on more people that do exercise and are on special diets. But that's okay. And I tell everyone, "Oh, be a couch potato. Sit down and watch the TV with your controller."
but yeah, it's like lighter.
Good. Enjoy. Enjoy. And you might get little twinges every once in a while, but that means there's a change happening and it'll get less and less and less and less.
Wonderful. Thank you.
And further in between those times.
Thank you.
Lovely. Yeah. Thanks for letting me work with you, David. I appreciate that. And Bruce, you're next to me.
There we go. I had mute on. So since last summer, I started getting these AFibs, and it's sporadic. It's I've been treating it with some drugs, and I'm doing like half of what they recommended to use, mostly at night. You know, I have one of these Apple Watches now, and that's how I found it. You know, it finds AFibs, and so I can monitor. And it came back, said that I had about 7% of the time I had AFibs for the month. Was what it figured out. So well, that seems like a lot, you know. But it's kind of at the beginning stages, so it's not serious like forming clots or anything, they say. But it's new and it concerns me, especially when I feel my heart racing.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I've had it all my life.
Oh, you have?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, and I kind of think it's neat. I imagine myself when I have that, and I've had it for maybe about 40, 50 years.
Really?
And yeah, and I imagine that I'm having a spiritual experience.
Mhm.
I wonder what's happening in my life. I wonder what's happening. So I'm excited to get that when I do have it. And ever since I've been excited about it, I've never been worried about it, but ever since I've been excited about it, uh, I feel like life force flowing through me. I know something more is happening than just the AFib. And I
Okay.
was even, when I was real little, I even had a doctor tell me that it was AFibs.
Huh.
And so,
It's interesting.
yeah, I enjoy it. Then it doesn't create a pattern in me, if that makes sense.
Well, it's not fear anyway, right?
Not fear, and then not biological or anatomically,
Okay.
because I encourage it, because I enjoy it. I like it. That's how I
Yeah.
encourage.
Well, I
If
can
that
see
makes
that. Yeah, I can see
It's a
that.
ch-
But at
Yeah, it's a
times
change of
I
mind.
feel it. It's an energy, right?
Uh, well, it results in an energetic response, yes.
Hmm.
And that affects biology, neurologically. It goes into the physiology, everything.
Yeah.
Because there's really no separation between all those bodies. They're all working, teaming together as one anyway.
Bodies of different people or bodies
No,
within.
our bodies, like the physiological, neurological, skeletal,
Okay.
everything.
Right.
And they're more functional when they're all teaming together without little log jams in us. And those are the things that I work with in a person, are the log jams, so that there could be a life force flowing through. I call it the breath of God, or the life force, or the dance of God, or whatever. But there's where there's a freedom of an expression of it to us. So this way, if I see it as a separate entity, as far as, a disease or an injury or something like that, then I'm isolating and keeping it as that, and it's just promoting it. Even though we're healing it, we're promoting it. It's going to come back, if that makes sense.
It's like that there's something wrong.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I get that something wrong out of my head
Yeah.
when I'm working with a person.
Okay. Interesting.
Cool. Yeah, let me work with your heart.
Okay.
And let's see. Okay, my friend. I don't know if you experienced something there, a little flow through you.
Yeah, I definitely am aware of the heart center, and I was able to focus on it the whole time.
Cool.
Hmm.
All right, wonderful. Yeah. And the heart is where the love of that divinity comes from, and when we get a sense of that, any of our sensorials, like the feelings or hearing or seeing or sensations or whatever, that's that divinity that's sharing with us life. which comes from the heart.
Heart energy.
Yeah. Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. Yeah. And anyone here that I work with, please, and keep me updated how you're doing and stuff like that. And if you do want an appointment, let me know. And it'll be a great elaboration of what we're doing now, but still.
Yeah.
All righty. Hey, Carly.
Hi.
Hi. Anything in particular, my dear, you'd like me to work with? How's your toe?
My toes are good. The biggest thing for me, health struggle wise, has been I'm 36, and when everything happens, kind of the chaos came to a culmination in my life, I started losing a lot of my hair. And so I ended up cutting it really short, and I'm still losing it, but it's slowing down. I've been detoxing myself from medications and things that I do not believe are in my best interest for healing myself and really getting in touch with the truth and the spirituality that I have and that I know. But I'm still just looking for, I think that if there was anything, just continuing to clear that and to work with that so that my body can really come back to its full vibrant self. It feels like definitely parts of my body kind of went dormant in the chaos and the falling apart of everything, if that makes sense. That was a lot.
Yeah, chaos and falling apart is falling hair out,
Yeah.
I know. But
The hair
I
went
understand
with
worry and fear and anxiety and those things, I mean, definite points of fear. When things go wrong in the body, we carry a fear within us, and that can also contribute. And same thing with diet, and same thing with medications. But some meds are good for us. I'm
Yeah.
not in opposition to good doctors. you know.
Yes, and I have one. So yes, thank you for that. Yes.
Yeah, very important, because there's something for everyone and what they need.
Yes.
Literally, as we were talking about earlier, there's something for everyone. There's someone for everyone. And medical practice, if you find a good doctor, it's by God they're able to do these things. And it's a
Yes.
gift to be in the field of medicine if you know what you're doing.
Yes, I agree completely. Yes.
And so just like there's homeopathic doctors, there's medical doctors, there's doctors of um, all kinds,
Yes.
all kinds, hundreds of types of doctors, and they're great, some of them. So you
Yeah.
got to, as long as you have a good one, that's all that matters. So another thing, the medications might be helping to contribute to the lack of hair, and
Yes.
and also diet with you. And so, but the medication, are you taking 3 medications?
No, I was at one time, but not anymore.
All right. When did you stop the other?
It's been quite a bit of time now. Well, I say that it's been at least a couple of months since I stopped.
That's why your hair is coming back now.
Yes, it was. And I'm also with the doctor's supervision stepping down on one of my medications to get as low as possible, possibly just non-existent, but yes.
And it was that the one that was dropped that was creating most of the havoc in your body in the change, or creating a change in your body that made you initially with the hair.
Yes.
So it is coming, but let me work with you with that. And
thank you.
You may sense something happening in your head. It'd be kind of neat if you should. I do. I feel it. So.
All right, I'm ready.
All right. And my perception, first of all, did you sense something happening in your scalp and brain?
Yes, actually, I felt like a tingly and a warmth, but I also felt it in my chest. Like I felt an expansion, kind of a warmth and an expansion of my chest as well. So it
All
was
right,
very
good.
cool.
And there was my perception was that there was a stimulation of the tingling and everything you but that was stimulating to the scalp and to the tissue where the hair follicle comes out and everything else, and to produce oil gland. But the neat thing was that I saw you with reddish brown hair that was short.
Yes.
And is that the way you normally kept it?
Yes, yes, yeah,
Okay.
it was, yeah.
That's what's going to reapply in your life. So,
Oh, well, thank you for that. And thank you
Sure.
for the time and attention. I
Oh, of
appreciate you
course.
sharing your gift.
All right, cool. All righty. Oh, please. And if anyone, they find it in their heart, it would be awesome for you, and it would help us also, or help me, I should say, keep everything going. If you want to go to the website, there's a place called Gifting or something like that. And please give from your heart if you want to. I don't care what it is. And just give from your heart. It's good for you, and it'll help us, or help me, I should say. And I work with a particular person on the streets, and a fellow, and others as well, for other things. But Patty, my dear friend,
Mark.
anything in particular, talk to me, hon.
Yes, actually, I've been overdoing using my hands, whether it's my job or, stuff around the house. And my left hand, which is dominant, it's just really sore and tight, and the tendons are overdone. I feel the arthritis. So anything you could do to help my hands, especially my left.
Okay, that's my right, your left. Okay,
Mhm.
I'm dyslexic at times. All right, just relax your hand on. How's your neck been?
It's not been the greatest.
All right, what have you been using your hands a lot for mostly? That's making that disturbance in you.
Like wringing out things, wringing out a washcloth, they're
Oh,
wringing,
okay.
tightening.
All right. What I want you to do, close your eyes. This is kind of cool. I want you to visualize wringing out the washcloth using your wrists and really tight around the cloth. Really imagine it to image in action. And what I want you to do now is to imagine feeling the sense of disturbance in your wrist and say, no, washcloth, you take it back and give it back to the washcloth. And watch it go back to the washcloth. Now open up your eyes and move your wrist around and tell me if you notice any difference in there. Be candid.
Yes. It feels like the pain is just absolutely gone.
You
That's
rock.
brilliant. That's brilliant, Mark. I can't wait to try it tomorrow.
You may not have to. But if you should experience that again, give it back.
No, immediately when you started working on me and you said about my neck, I felt lighter there. And then my hands, they started to just move all by themselves, like they were emptying out the problem.
Awesome.
The discomfort.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thank you.
Awesome. Oh, my honor, my pleasure. All right. And Nancy, yay.
Well, let me say before I begin, I've sort of been following you for years, and I watched last week's Healing Circle,
Cool.
and you just said some things that made me laugh out loud, and I just knew this was right for me. One of which was you said to someone, drink the coffee and eat the almond M&Ms. I just love that down to earth attitude.
Hey, it's my
So-
diet. Coffee and almond M&Ms. And when I find a good donut, I'm right there, you know.
Right. Life is too short to miss out on the little things.
I hear you.
So I have a number of little odd things, but the thing that's bothering me currently is I have a tenderness and soreness in my lower right abdomen. I think it's gallbladder.
So my left, you're right, okay.
Yeah.
All right, what I'd like you to do, can you like go to that area with 2 fingers, push in where it's the most. Don't palpate it or rub it. Just push in where you feel it the most. And tell me if you feel it tender in there. Let
That
go of the
feels-
stomach.
It's hard to, of course, now that we're on here, I can't find it.
Yeah, move a little
it's a
more
little-
to your left
A little more to my left.
and push in.
Yeah,
And a
I
little-
feel like it's right about at my waist.
Yeah, a little bit down, about a half an inch.
Yeah,
Push down there.
yeah, and
Feel
it's
that?
mostly on the right.
Okay, now keep pushing in, but don't rub it.
Okay,
Not enough to hurt you, just to push in where you start to feel it.
okay.
And I'm going to do the same thing here. And relax the stomach muscles as much as you can. There, you just feel a little shift in your belly?
I think so.
What did it feel like?
It's like a little, how do you even put it into words? It's a very
don't know.
subtle,
Release.
yeah, that's a good word. Yes.
Not to put words into your mouth, but that's what I feel. All right, there, you felt another one right there?
hmm
What was that like?
Well, I've been feeling for about a week or 8 or 9 days that little movements hurt. If I cough, it would hurt there.
Yeah.
If I took a deep breath, it would hurt there. And I just took a deep breath. No hurting.
All right, now, what I'd like you to do, get up and move around just a little bit. And then go from side to side. And then when you're finished, sit down and take a deep breath. And tell me what that's like, hon.
Wow. So much better. So
You
much
rock.
better.
You rock.
No, you rock.
I'm telling you, God loves you.
Thank you, Mark. Thank you so much.
And every time that comes back to try to bring you back into that, you do that. Okay?
Okay.
And it'll get less and less and further in between.
Oh, it feels
Now,
so
I
good
wanna
to
say-
breathe.
I'm sorry?
It feels so good to breathe.
All right. I want to say also that sometimes what happens when I work with a person, a causal is brought out, and then they'll finally know what their situation is for the first time in 5 years or 50 years or whatever. And or someone will discover, oh my God, I know what's wrong with you, you know, whatever. And everything will be made easy for you from there on. So it's either way, which is kind of neat. I also know people that I've worked with that have had very direful diseases where they were going to be dying or whatever, or getting so debilitated in their life, living that way for the rest of their lives. And then all of a sudden, there's a shift in them where they'll still say have the cancer or have this disease or have that, whatever, but they'll no longer have the symptoms, but they can have the diagnosis of the disease and it'll never bother them for the rest of their life.
Mhm.
And they'll live a lovely, lovely life. I've seen that happen too. And we can just function. All right,
That's
good.
great.
Good.
Thank you.
Excellent, excellent. Hey, Christina, how you doing, my friend?
Hi, Mark. How are you?
Fine. You got a question?
No, I was
Oh.
saying hi, everyone. It's been a while.
Yeah, yeah. All righty. So, did I ever tell you what the there were two tectonic plates, and one bumped into the other one, and he said, "Sorry, my fault." All right, forget it. All right. Yep. Yep. That was
They're
good.
so bad, they're
wasn't it?
good.
What's that?
I said they're so bad, they're good.
Oh, please. All right. And then, let me see. Can a kangaroo jump higher than a house? Of course. Houses can't jump. You know. Yeah. All right. That's fun. That was good. All right. I got that off my chest. All right. All right. Ruth, my dear friend, talk to me.
Hi, Mark.
Hi, how you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm hoping you can work on my back and strengthening the bones there. So I have
The
back pain.
osteoporosis?
Yeah, and it's kind of lower back. It's constantly aches. So
Is it more on your left side than right?
no, it's right down the middle.
Okay.
Yeah, and I have a joke for you.
What?
So my doctor said, you have the spine of a 90-year-old. I'm 67. Okay. So a friend of mine who is in comedy says, can you give it back?
Can you give it back? Yeah. That's good. That was dry humor, I guess.
I know.
All right. Let me work with giving it back. All right. I don't know if you can tell the difference there, John. Ruth, I mean.
I could feel you working on it. So that was good. Thank
Okay.
you.
My pleasure. Let's see what happens. I felt more life force going into that, into your lower spinal area there.
Good. Thanks.
All right, my dear. Christina.
Hello.
Hi.
Okay, so
Hi,
just a
stranger.
blasting. I'm sorry.
Hi, stranger.
I know, right? Just a blasting, whatever you feel.
Gladly.
Thank
Gladly.
you.
And there's so much more stabilization with the emotional.
Yep.
What a blessing.
Yes. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Nini,
Thank you. I feel better now from the calls last week.
oh,
Thank you.
good.
Now I just need your blessings.
Gladly.
Thanks.
And just continue to feel that love of God within you.
Okay. Thank you.
Most important for you.
Thank you. Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. Please, Bruce, can you tell if there's any difference in the way you feel? And be candid.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of thinking of AFib in a different way, you know.
Very important. It
Yeah.
changes the whole emotional, physiological, biological dynamic.
Yeah. So just energy and, you know, a feeling into it.
Yeah. And enjoying it, you know, having fun with it, and make an exercise out of it, make a, some kind of, use your imagination to do something with it. And
Yeah.
it'll get redirected into that.
Yeah, kind of picture myself in a warm place or in fun,
Yeah.
you know. I was thinking beach or something, you know, something.
Now I'm jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
So the
Cool.
warmth.
David, how you doing, my friend?
I'm doing fine. I've been enjoying what you've been doing, healing. So that's great. And I do have a question. When is your first book scheduled to come out? On the one on healing.
It's not a first book. I have a couple others, but the one on the healing, hopefully by the end of the month, they're going to give it to a lot of their agents around the world to promote it. And I'm hoping, and that's all I know.
So should it be in Amazon by next month?
It will be. It'll be everywhere.
Okay.
It'll be everywhere. And the old books are still available, but this one is going to be really outstanding in comparison, I believe.
What's the title again?
It's going to be Awaken the Healer Within, the same name, unfortunately, as the other book that's on the website, but that's an older book.
No, this is 2023.
Yes, it'll be 2023. Yes. Yeah. And good. Excellent. Yeah, thanks. Please look for it. I appreciate that. I hope you're not the only one. All right. All right. How you doing, Carly?
Good. I'm enjoying this very much. I am excited to continue to follow your work, and I believe 100% in people who have gifts like you do, and I felt it firsthand. So I think it's wonderful. Made my day. Thank you.
And understand, there are no miracles. We're the miracle. We're
Yes.
the gift. We're the gift. Also, I forgot to mention this, that we actually, if you're interested, there's a 2-hour course on experiential healing that's going to be coming up, and that is, give me a break here. That's going to be on February 9th, and it's on the website if anyone wants to sign up for it. It's on Thursday from Boulder, Colorado Mountain Time from 4:30 to 6:30. And if
Okay,
anyone's
great.
interested. And then on February 20th, 21st, 22nd, 23rd is a four-day class, an hour and a half a day on experiential healing. So if anyone's interested in that, it's all going to be on a website. So just to
Great.
let
I'll have
people
to look at that. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. If anyone's in Phoenix, or excuse me, in Scottsdale, Arizona, the Friday after this, I'll be there for 2 days appointments and healing circle. All right, awesome. Patty, how you doing, hon? How's your wrist?
My hands feel 100% improved.
You rock.
No, you rock.
No, you rock.
No, it's you.
No, please, please, please. They told me it was you. Right.
Thank you so much, Mark.
Thank you. How do you feel, Nancy?
I feel pretty good.
Now,
I feel like it's continuing.
excellent. Are you having any more disturbance in there?
Not as long as I'm sitting here anyway. I mean, I'm feeling
Good.
good.
You rock.
I have the sense that it's not done, that it's
Correct.
an ongoing process.
Maybe, and that's perfect.
Mhm.
Whatever is fine, you know. There's no right or wrong, good or bad in my God. It's what we need, always, not what
Mhm.
someone else says. All right, great, awesome.
Thank you.
Ruth, do you notice any difference in your in your lower back, hon, and just from the discomforts?
Yeah. We'll see how it feels tomorrow morning, but right now it doesn't hurt.
That's great.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
great.
Thank you.
All right, and Christina, you doing good, hon?
I am. Thank you. Yep.
Thank you. A long stretch or longer stretch than what you're used to of normalization is happening.
Yes. For sure.
Yes. And that's going to be the biggest seed in your life. That's great. That's great.
Yep.
Good strong woman, good teeth. All right. And Nina, you doing good, hon?
I'm good. Thank you very much.
All right. Lynn, is there anything you'd like me to work with, please?
There's a couple of things. I'm trying to figure out which one would be the best. How about a blessing to boost my immune system?
I'd love to.
Thank you.
All right. You got it.
Thank you.
My pleasure. My pleasure. All right, everyone. Thank you so much. Next Tuesday is another healing circle. And this coming Thursday is the healing clinic. That's where people can get 20-minute appointments. And at a really good discount. And that's the purpose of it. It's made for anyone and everyone. And you just go to the website, and then once you make the appointment, get your time, and then give me a call. Or excuse me, you won't even have to call me. I'll see the time too. And you just make your appointment on the website for the healing clinic. They're 20-minute appointments, and I work pretty extensively with the 20-minute appointment. All right. Thank you all so much. And thank you for being here. I'm just totally honored.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.